Super Bowl parade in Detroit will be one for the record books. Detroit just does it different. Woodward Sports, your official Super Bowl or bust Lions network. Back-to-back NFC North Division champions. The Detroit Lions are playoff bound and ready to eat the kneecaps of anyone standing in our way. Follow Woodward Sports as we cover the best season in Detroit Lions history. Go Lions!
Talk about pressure, we live in pressure. That's where we freaking thrive. You did it again.
From Detroit's #1 sports network, Woodward Sports.
Welcome all. The day has finally come. The Detroit Lions host a playoff game in the city today against the Washington Commanders. We are live from Second Best Bar downtown. I am Spencer Raxter. He is Sean Belesian. We got Pete, we got Chase, we got JB. The gang's all here. Sean, how are you feeling on this fine Saturday afternoon?
There are so many pinch me moments here. Like seriously, even hearing you say that, even hearing that intro, this is sending chills down. This is the third game at Ford Field in the span of a year. Oh, by the way, it's going to be fourth next week. But the third playoff game, for a place that we hadn't seen a playoff game proper since 1993, man. And Ford Field had never seen one.
Yes.
It's off the hook. There's already a buzz out there. People are already coming in wearing their Lion gear. Obviously, Pistons in town. This is what the city of Detroit is all about, man.
It really is. It really is. You love to see the city bumping like this, and this is kind of the calm before the storm. The game's not until 8 o'clock, but you already got people piling in, like you said.
Yes.
Excuse me.
Get it out.
You've already got Lions gear all over the place. This is what the city needed, and this matchup, for some reason, people don't want to say the Lions are going to win. But the Lions are going to win. They're going to go out there. They're going to take care of business. Obviously, the Washington Commanders have a stud quarterback rookie in Jaden Daniels, but it's more than just one man, Sean. The football is the ultimate team sport for a reason.
It's so funny because I think the best way to say it, and I saw you make comment on social media during the course of the week, and we talked about it yesterday on Big D Energy. There is no other way to say this. A lot of people in town right now are being bitches.
Yes.
Really.
Yes.
And I'm serious. Y'all being bitches right
with
now.
that, man.
And what I mean by that, you guys, we're the best team. Make no mistake about that. We're better than Washington. This is a both things can be true type of situation. I can give a tip of the cap to what the Commanders are doing. I can give a tip of the cap to Jaden Daniels. But to your point, this is a team game. This is a roster that has been crafted and constructed over the course of the past few years to, God forbid, even absorb some of the injuries that we've had. And because of that, Spenny, just a few weeks ago, and I was one of them, I was going, man, I don't know. With all these injuries, man, I don't know.
So was I.
There's no doubt.
There's no doubt.
There's no doubt right now. You shouldn't doubt these guys. I think, in my mind, Spenny, what they did to Minnesota, in essence, breaking the Minnesota Vikings.
Yes.
What
and
they
their fans.
did. What they did. Hi, Viking fans. Can I hear from just one of you? Daddy's a big boy. I just want to hear from one of you. Just one.
Yeah.
Like, it would make me so happy if you just hit me up or hit Spenny up or hit any of us up and say, hey, man, I talked a lot of shit, but yeah, props. But nope, we haven't heard from any of them. So it's not like that with the Commanders. I'm not going down that road with the Commanders, but we are the better team. Vegas knows what they're doing. Go out and take care of business today. Look, Jaden Daniels is going to get his, okay? He is an exceptional talent. Don't let him turn into full rage Josh Allen, full rage Lamar Jackson. Lions win this game by 10 points.
I totally agree. Vegas agrees, and you're looking at this game, and you mentioned it a little bit. First of all, shout out to everybody in the Woodward Sports Chat. You see Freddie Felt in there, Sly Coop. Shout out to Sly Cooper. Great game series, very slept on. Silent Service, James McCollum, everybody in there. We appreciate you joining. Make sure you smash the like button. And come down to Second Best. They're going to be going all day. They're open now. The doors are open. You can come in here, get your taller long drinks from New Holland Brewing Company or whatever you want. But, Sean, you mentioned the injury bug that the Lions have dealt with this year. They've adapted. They've overcome. It's truly been next man up. In this game specifically, the two biggest injury things, David Montgomery back, Kevin Zeitler out. So David Montgomery will come back. He'll be in a limited facet. Kevin Zeitler out for this game at right guard. Christian Mahogany, the dirtbag, the rookie from Boston College, stepping in right there. How are you feeling about your confidence in him and that interior offensive line for the Lions?
I do feel more confidence than I should because of what you just said as well. This is a guy that has been around the best, has worked with the best, has had to practice with the best. I'm not going to say you fit him in and you're not going to skip a beat, but I'm not too concerned about that. The $1 million question is, how much Monty are we going to see? Yeah. I don't know. I'm not even going to sit here and pretend to know.
Our first Washington fans.
Oh,
first
all right. Washington fans in the house. There we
go. Welcome.
Didn't mean to interrupt, Sean. Go ahead.
No. Welcome. I don't want to be one of those guys, man. Seriously, no. I don't want to be. Welcome. Come take your ass kicking and then get the fuck out of here. But listen, this is football. No, I'm not going to be mean.
No. No, you're not going to be mean.
Yeah, can I buy you a taller?
Yeah.
They're really good.
They're very good.
Now take your ass kicking and beat it. Get your ass out of here. But
Facts.
No, Spenny, I don't know. Nobody knows about Monty.
Yeah.
What helps me out is two things. Number one, Monty knows himself. He's not going to be out there unless he thinks he can contribute. And number two, the Lions aren't going to allow him to be out there unless he thinks he can contribute. So how much does he get? I don't know. Is this going to be full on 100% Monty? Probably not.
Probably not.
But at the end of the day, how much do we need it? Again, let me remind people, the whole how much of a workload can Jahmyr Gibbs handle? We put that baby to bed, too.
That is put to bed.
He went to sleep.
He's the best running back in football.
Jeez, oh, Pete, man.
And we saw Bucky Irving getting the corner consistently on this Washington defense. You got Jahmyr Gibbs out there. If he gets the corner, you're not catching him.
Good luck. I
ain't afraid of Bucky Irving.
Yeah.
From a defensive standpoint, and I'm not being a homer slapdick here, okay? From a defensive standpoint, the Lions' offense is an absolute. Hey, come on, come on up here. Come on up here.
Oh, he ran away.
Don't run away.
Come on, Commanders fans. Come on over.
Welcome to Detroit. Seriously, bro. Welcome to Detroit.
Welcome, guys.
All right, now here, you know what? Can we do a quick interview?
Yeah.
How do you guys feel about this game?
We're ready. We got a tall task. We understand that we got a tall task, but never count out 5.
Okay. Never count out 5.
We've been waiting for this for over 20 years, and I think our quarterback's ready for the challenge. It's going to be tough, but I think we can get it done.
Do you think the spread Vegas put out there is disrespectful? It was at 9.5, I think.
I would have liked to see. I would have liked to see around 7. I think it should be around 6.5, 7.
Okay.
A little disrespectful. So yeah, I got some money on.
So you think it'll be a close game?
We got a little kinship going on, okay? No, and I'm serious when I say this. All right. I don't want to be one of those assholes you come to our town and
this
people are
Philly.
mean to you.
No,
yeah, right.
It's not Philly.
We don't want to be. We don't listen. I want you to come out of here with your ass beat, but while you're here, have a blast. You know what I mean?
We both sucked for so long.
Exactly.
Yes.
We both deserve this.
We
both agree that
we're kind of
both
like
franchises
brothers, right?
deserve this.
We've seen some bad ownership in the past. You know, we won't mention any names. But okay, seriously, let me ask you guys. I was just about to bring up your defense has to be a concern. This offense, okay, man coverage, Jared Goff eats. And we see what Jahmyr Gibbs can do getting around those edges. Is that your biggest fear heading into this game, what this offense can do to your defense?
We got to play zone.
Okay.
They're gonna shred us on man with our cornerbacks, I think. And we got to convert our 4th downs and stop you on one or two of yours.
Yeah.
I think it's the same story on the other side, though. You guys have struggled with dual threat quarterbacks, and I think it's going to be a shootout.
Good.
There's going to be a lot of points in this one. Appreciate you guys. Enjoy the city. And while you're here, get the chicken sandwich. Get the chicken sandwich or the patty melt. I promise. Get these guys.
Good job, guys. Yeah.
Live on YouTube.
We're live on YouTube.
Woodward Sports. Live on YouTube.
Yeah, Woodward Sports.
Yeah. Appreciate
you
guys.
Think, are they old enough for RFK, do you think? Maybe. You think maybe in the baby womb?
Can you guys, you know what, for you?
RFK, baby.
Did you ever see those videos of, the stadium shaking?
Yeah, oh, yeah.
It was the most unhealthy place in the history of man. I mean, it literally shook.
And this stadium is going to be shaking tonight.
Yeah.
In Ford Field. We mentioned it a little bit. I do want to get back to that injury situation because we talked about Christian Mahogany. That's the biggest one. Kevin Zeitler, you brought him in here as the former Pro Bowler of Baltimore last year. You bring him in here. He misses camp. But then you see once him and Penei Sewell get things going, that right side of the offensive line is better than anybody in the NFL.
100%. And that's why, Spenny, I'm going to say it again. you can't just dismiss it and go, it's okay. There's a reason one guy's a starter, and there's a reason why one guy's a rookie, okay?
Yes.
And I don't want to dismiss it. But in concert with what the rest of the unit is, when you're talking about a 5-man unit, I think you can absorb that little drop-off at the one position, and I think they will. Listen, we've said it all year, and I feel confident saying it here today. I think, with all due respect to Philly, I think the Lions have the best offensive line in the league even now.
I agree 100%, and you can't find a better spot in the National Football League to put a rookie in than between two All-Pros. You're putting him between arguably the best center in the league and arguably the best player in the league in Penei Sewell, and I like this kid, Christian Mahogany. He's friend of the show, friend of the network, follows me on Twitter, no big deal, but this guy, Christian Mahogany, he has that dirtbag moniker. That is his nickname, the dirtbag, and if you watch him play, there's a reason why Dan Campbell and Brad Holmes wanted this guy and got him. He is a dirtbag. He is aggressive. He gets out there and he blocks mean. So I am just saying, watch that right side of the offensive line in run plays. There are going to be bodies moved. When you look at Penei Sewell and Christian Mahogany, they are going to be moving people in the run game. I'm extremely excited to see the kid go because he filled in for Graham Glasgow before in this season on the left side, and he did a damn good job doing it. So now you put him on the better side of the offensive line. No disrespect to Taylor Decker, but I expect him and Penei Sewell to be nasty in the run game.
You bring up such a great point, and I hope that people caught what you were saying, and I'm going to piggyback on that. Here's what it comes back to. Do you trust Brad Holmes and Dan Campbell?
Yes.
If you say no to that, you can turn this network off and never watch again because you're an idiot. So, all right, so let's start there. The one thing that these guys have done is exactly what you said. They've identified the type of player that they want.
Yeah.
They want that dog. They want that dirtbag. They want that guy that there's a little edge to it, and that's what has made the Detroit Lions. So when I look at a situation like this, and we always come back to the cachet, a general manager, a coach, builds up a level. Well, they're through the roof. You can't get any more cachet in there. Their credit line is sky high. So this is another one of those times, if I'm going to the bank, I say to myself, I trust these guys, so I'm willing to bet on this because of the type of guys that they bring in here.
Yeah, it's true. We've seen it all season. Next man up, the guys stepping up, whether it be Amik Robertson bumping outside, whether it be guys they brought in off the street like Ezekiel Turner or Miles Adams, they come in here and they make plays. This is a guy that they've given the reins to. He is the heir apparent for one of those guard spots when one of these guys, whether it be Glasgow or Zeitler, moves on. I don't know if they're going to re-sign Zeitler, so it sounds like this is your tryout, kid. Like Zeitler is on a one-year deal. This is your tryout in the biggest spot of the year, at home, on the playoffs. Ford Field's going to be rocking. I expect him to go out there and make a name for himself.
Those poor guys. You heard what the guy said. I think this line should be 7. Why don't you put some money on it?
Yeah,
Dude,
yeah.
I felt so
money on
bad
it.
when he said that, especially when we do the parlay later on.
Oh.
I'm like, oh, boy.
Oh, there
Pete's
we go.
been on fire all year. If you guys have been with us, legitimately, it is not easy. I'm not sitting here saying Pete has hit every one of these weeks. Nobody does that.
Yeah.
When you get some of Pete's picks and you're going with 4, 5, 6 different things, but Pete, you have hit a number of times this year. So let me put it to you this way. If you've gone with Pete this year, you've made some nice money this year.
And should have some lot left over for the next 3 weeks.
There we go. I'm just excited to see how this game goes. And Sean, we're going to go to break real quick. We're going to come back, but I want to talk about something that those Washington fans mentioned was JD5, Jaden Daniels, Jesus Daniels, whatever you want to call him, versus our guy, Jared Goff, and the quarterback battle, because I don't know if you saw this on social media, but on Friday at Planet Fitness, I pick a locker of the player I want to perform well. I picked their number, and I put my stuff in that locker, and I went with number 16. I'm expecting Jared Goff to have a good game, and he said that they need to play zone. If you play zone against Amon-Ra St. Brown and Jared Goff, you're going to get eaten alive. Eaten alive. So I'm excited to see what goes on there. But let's go to break real quick. JB, what read do we got? Taller long drink? I'll do taller long drink. I'm going to grab one of those.
Drink a taller
I'm
right
about
now.
to grab one of those in a second. Taller long drink from New Holland Brewing Company. It is delicious. It is a grapefruit puree-based cocktail made with gin, brewed here in Michigan. So support local and start your game day off right with Taller Long Drink from New Holland Brewing Company.
Stop searching for a vehicle and start finding one. Les Stanford Chevrolet Cadillac makes it easy. We harness the power of multiple dealerships and own the biggest selection of GM brands in the area to get you the car you need. With the Les Stanford Group, you'll have access to 4 different dealerships, providing you with more makes, more models, and more choices. We're connected to more than 1,000 vehicles. And with so many high-quality CPO vehicles available, you'll find new car quality at pre-owned prices. You can start and end your search at lesstanford.com today.
The Detroit Lions are in the playoff push.
Guys, I'm so freaking proud of you, man. That's the way to show up.
And Woodward Sports is your official, unofficial Lions network. Make sure you wake up every day with Wake Up Woodward, followed by Big D Energy, Ermanni and Edwards with Maz, and of course, the heavyweights. Detroit's #1 destination for all your grits and Lions coverage. Woodward Sports.
Walk into any Lady Jane's Haircuts for Men today. Open 7 days a week. Sit back, relax, and enjoy precision haircut, scalp massage, hot leather neck shave, and hot towel treatment from one of our talented stylists. Step up your game this season and take advantage of our $20 haircut special. Scan the QR code and get your coupon today. Lady Jane's Haircuts for Men, the ultimate haircut experience. Open 7 days a week. Walk-ins always welcome. Lady Jane's Haircuts for Men. It's wicked awesome.
Injuries can't stop this train. Choo-choo!
Warriors, good win. Break it down.
Super Bowl or bust, baby, for our Detroit Lions. And Woodward Sports will be there all the way. Detroit's #1 Lions destination is Woodward Sports.
Welcome back, everybody. You know this is the live pregame show here at Second Best, sponsored by New Holland Brewing Company, Tullamore Dew Irish Whiskey, Sabbath Coffee Roasters, and Les Stanford Chevrolet. Make sure you come out to Second Best. There's not a better spot in the city if you're looking to pregame. Second Best is where it's at. Welcome back, everyone. I am Spencer Raxter. He is Sean Belizian. We got JB, we got Chase, we got Pete in the building. Appreciate y'all tapping in that Woodward Sports Chat. Make sure you smash that like button. All right, Sean. I teased it a little bit before break. Washington Commanders fans believe Jaden Daniels is a combination of Josh Allen and Patrick Mahomes and Tom Brady rolled all into one. But we have the advantage in the quarterback department. We have the MVP candidate in Jared Goff in this one. I said it before. I put my stuff in the locker on Saturday for Jared Goff. I expect him to go out there and have a big game, especially if they try to commit a lot to the run. That is one thing that I think David Montgomery coming back and being used sparsely is going to be huge on, and that is the play-action pass. Because this run defense for the Commanders is 30th in the NFL, because it's so bad, expect Jared Goff to do a lot of play-action passing, hitting J-Mo down the field. That is going to be a weapon for the Detroit Lions offense. This quarterback matchup is what people are talking about, Sean. Jaden Daniels versus Jared Goff. How do you see it panning out?
It is a pick-your-poison situation. It really is. I want you guys to think about this. And I'm going to use the words. I'm going to use the words from the Washington fans that we talked to, okay? You heard what a Commander fan said.
Yes.
We cannot play man against them. They will pick us apart with their corners. Okay,
yeah.
Then play zone. I almost want you to play zone.
Yes.
Because then you've got Amon-Ra, you've got Laporta, you've got those underneath things. I mean, Spenny, this really is a pick your poison. And that's why I keep getting back to this. If the Commanders are to win this game, all right, this is we see Jared Goff, and look who appears.
Guess who appears?
Look,
like
isn't that amazing? Stick just magically, poof, he shows up. But listen, if the Commanders win this game, this is going to have to be all those superlatives that you talked about. He is going to have to be all that.
Yeah.
This is Jaden Daniels. He is going to have to go full Lamar Jackson, full Josh Allen. I don't expect that, especially when, quite frankly, I don't think their offense is going to be on the field that much.
No, I agree. You're going to dominate in the run game. You're going to dominate in the line of scrimmage. You're going to move the ball, and you're going to eat clock. And that is the only way the Washington Commanders have a chance in this game is if Jaden Daniels goes out there and goes for 500 total yards and 5 touchdowns. And I just don't see it happening with Aaron Glenn, a rookie quarterback out there. I know everybody, the whole moniker that you're hearing from all these pundits, national media saying he doesn't play like a rookie quarterback. He doesn't look like a rookie quarterback. Aaron Glenn and this Ford Field atmosphere is going to make him look like a rookie quarterback. And real quick, Zach Soap in the Woodward Sports Chat with a super chat. He says, hey, guys, hope you're having a good day. I watched last year's playoff game versus the Rams last night, and wow, crazy atmosphere. What's the city like right now? Appreciate you, Brady, for dropping off the taller long drink from New Holland Brewing Company. Delicious canned cocktail made with real grapefruit puree and the gin from New Holland. But the atmosphere, look at this.
My day just got better.
We are T-minus 7 hours from game day, and we already have Lions fans out here getting ready to go. This city is a football city. It's hockey town. You know, you got the bad boys. You had the Pistons. The Tigers are great. Opening day's a blast. Don't get it twisted. Detroit is a football city. And now that the Lions are hosting playoff games regularly, Sean, this place comes out. Ford Field is going to be a madhouse today.
3 times in a year. I mean, 3 times in a year. And how many times have we had magical days like this down in the D? And, you know, I'm biased. I think second best is awesome. Try the smoked wings, okay? I'm telling you.
The patty melt, too.
Money, money, money. But we were talking before the show, 4 months ago, we were out here all afternoon before that Rams game. We have had so many magic days the last couple of years. But now, this is next level, Spenny. This is the playoff. You have Washington fans descending on town. Don't be a dick. I'm serious. I hate telling people how you should act. Don't be a dick. Let Philly keep the title of the biggest assholes in the world. You know what? Smile at them. Say, have a good time in the D, but make sure that you do a little something for that ass after we put the belt to it, okay?
Yeah.
Put a little cream on there.
Have a little Bengay ready.
It's going to be okay because we're going to put the belt to it. But, Spenny, you're right. I mean, this is magical. This is, as cheesy as it sounds, it's everything we dreamed about.
Sean,
it really is.
Last year was the first playoff win of my lifetime for the Detroit Lions, and now they're just going to keep racking it up. You got Go Lions with the $5 super chat in there. He says, I was there in 93. Fuck Sterling Sharp. We finally got a consistent winner. Thanks, Sheila, for getting it done. I don't think enough praise goes to Sheila Ford-Hamp and what she did. We had Hondo Carpenter on Friday on Big D Energy, and he talked about how respected Sheila Ford-Hamp is in those owner meetings, in those circles. And she, like he said, she knows what she doesn't know. And what she did was bring in Chris Spielman, a guy who knows ball, a guy who knows football, who knows what to do. That resulted in them getting Dan Campbell. That resulted in them getting Brad Holmes. And that has just built this team into a consistent winner, into a juggernaut, and into a team you can see consistently competing for Super Bowls for the foreseeable future.
There was nobody better to come in here and understand what ailed this franchise and understood what this franchise needed than Chris Spielman.
Yeah.
Chris Spielman was here. Chris Spielman has had to put up with questions from the likes of me for 30-plus years of, why didn't those early 90 Lions win more? Why, after all that time and all that success, did you guys only have one playoff win? Who better to look at what this franchise was, look at what needed to be done and who needed to do it than Chris Spielman? I am going to say it again. I've said this for a long time now. I hate to sound like a broken record. Give Brad his flowers.
Yes.
Give Dan his flowers.
Yes.
But gosh damn it, you better save a big bouquet for Chris Spielman.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I'm serious when I say that. And you know what? Go out and get the right people in place, and all of a sudden you build culture. You build it, and that's what these guys have done.
It's exactly what they've done. And shout out to Kyle H. in the Woodward Sports Chat with a super chat. Looks like a Commanders fan. He said 53-6 Washington. Let's go.
Okay.
All right. Hey, have fun in delusional land, and we'll see.
53-6.
Yeah.
I do have a little bit of news, guys.
What's that?
Slight, but it's just interesting because it involves a big name. We know Rex Ryan got turned down for the Jets job. Well, guess who's coming to the Big Ten as assistant head coach at USC? Rob Ryan. He's bringing the motorbikes, the Michael gang. He's gonna come to the Big Ten. He's the new assistant head coach at USC.
All right, Rob Ryan in at USC. But Sean, looking at this game, we talked about it a little bit. The only way the Commanders win this game is if Jaden Daniels goes out there and has a Superman-like performance. Is there any other person you're worried about on that Commanders offense that can beat you?
Honestly, it's just Terry.
Yeah.
I'm serious. I mean, look at the rest of their look at the rest of their running backs. Look at the rest of their receivers. I give, again, both things can be true. We can give Jaden Daniels his flower, but we can stop with the, what did you call him, Jesus Daniels?
Jesus Daniels.
We can
yes.
stop with the Jesus Daniels stuff, okay? And he's going to get his. It's about containment. It's about not letting him go off. Spenny, honestly, I hope I don't sound like a homer. Sometimes you feel guilty, and it's like, no, I'm not. I don't think I'm. No, I think I am being honest. I'm not worried about it. Are you?
No.
I'm not worried about anybody else.
No, it is Jaden Daniels and it is Terry McLaurin. That's what this offense is. That's what this offense is built on. And I feel comfortable enough to shut these guys down. And okay, audio's fixed now. Audio's good. All right, appreciate you guys tapping in with us. Yeah, I don't know what happened there, but it's all right. We're back. And I think that Aaron Glenn, if you give him a week and a half to game plan for two people, you expect me to be scared of those guys? Aaron Glenn is one of, if not the best defensive coordinator in the NFL, and you expect me to be scared of two guys that he's had over a week to game plan for? Sorry, but I'm not.
Let's be honest. I think his game planning started in the second half of that Minnesota game. I mean, we saw him on the bench. We saw him at feet up on the bench.
Yeah.
He's probably looking at film on the bench of certainly not the Vikings, but of the Commanders. So, no, I'm with you. If this is about what I think it'll be about, and it's about stopping JD5, is that what JD?
That's what they call him, yeah.
That's so bad.
That is bad.
If it's about stopping him and limiting him, I'm going to say it again. I'm not a betting man, but I like the Lions' chances a lot. I like the under, Pete. I do. I like all the people that are calling for the shootout, and we talked to the Commander fans that said this is going to be a shootout. I'll be honest with you. I like the under. Is it 55.5?
It's 55.5 still, according to Caesars.
I like the under.
I don't hate that. I mean,
I like the under.
Possessions are going to be hard to come by.
100%.
Both of these teams go for it on fourth down. Both of these teams like to run the ball. This is going to be a fast game. We're going to tick. We're going to see that clock going. And shout out to Adam Morrissey in the Woodward Sports Chat with the Super Chat. He said, looking forward to the great watch party tonight in Detroit with the WSN family in Detroit. My score prediction is Lions 46, Commanders 10. Go Lions. It's aggressive,
Good
Adam,
deal,
but
Adam.
I love it. So, Sean, like you were saying, this is Lions ball. They want to command the line of scrimmage. They want to own the clock. They want to win the battle of possession. And if you go for it on fourth down, they're going to stop you. They have the best fourth down defense in the NFL. They have one of the best third down defenses in the NFL. They get off the field, and they give the ball back to their machine-like offense, and they're going to drain the clock. I'm telling you, we talked about David Montgomery a little bit, and what are you going to get from him? How many snaps? We don't know. But the one thing Dan Campbell said was he sets the tone. He's a tone setter, and we know they like to use him on that first drive. I expect David Montgomery to get used on that first drive. I expect him to go out there and bust off 5, 6, 7 yards of carry against this sorry-ass run defense the Commanders bring.
And then what you can do is if you're in the third quarter into the fourth quarter, you're up 10, 14. That's when you start to bring Mr. Reynolds. Can you just run real?
Yes.
Craig?
Yeah.
Can you just run at them and run as hard as you can at them? Those guys at that point in time, you start making business decisions. I don't care who you are. When you've been pounded all game and know what people are talking about, everybody and their brother, we're not exactly giving you a secret, okay?
No.
Everybody and their brother knows that run defense is atrocious. So in the back of their head, they're going, oh, shit, here we go again. And you see somebody with some fresh legs coming in whose only job is I'm going to run at you. You're bigger than me, Spenny.
Yeah.
But with that being said, you've been hit 500 times already. I'm fresh. Here I come.
Yeah.
I'm coming right at you, man. You start to see those business decisions, and all of a sudden, a 4.5 minute drive turns into a 7.5 minute drive. Yeah. And that's why, just one man's opinion, and consider the source, I'm not a betting man. I like the under in this game. I think the Lions are going to win going away, but I don't think it's going to be the score fest that everybody says.
I don't hate that. I don't hate that at all. I just think that I just think we're going to get in the end zone so many times because they can't stop our run game. They literally can't. And I love, obviously we love the MVP candidacy and the amazing season that Jared Goff is having. You love the Amon-Ra St. Brown factor, first-team All-Pro. You love Jamison Williams getting over 1,000 yards receiving. But don't get it twisted. This Lions team is built off the run game. It's built off the trenches. It is built off Sonic and Knuckles. And now you have them reuniting in the first playoff game of the season for this Detroit Lions team. And I expect them to pound the rock a lot.
I love the open playbook that a 2nd and 4 can bring, that a 2nd and 3 can be. If
Win
using,
first down.
Exactly.
Yes.
If using the circumstances that you just described, Monty rips off 6 hard yards and it's 2nd and 4. Your playbook is wide open. And Ben Johnson is grinning like the butcher's dog. He's going like this, going, let them scraps fall on the floor because I'll eat whatever comes down. And there are so many things you can do. And if you want, you can take that shot.
Yes.
At that point in time, you can say, J-Mo.
Go.
Right, that's it.
You're better than anybody they have out there. Marcus Lattimore, we saw him getting absolutely cooked by Mike Evans. He was the lowest graded cornerback in the wild card round against Mike.
Dude, he got smoked.
This is a guy that they brought in to be that guy.
Yeah.
And he was getting cooked by Mike Evans, his mortal enemy. So there was one. Sorry, I got an ad on my YouTube real quick. There's a $50 super chat in there that I want to get to. Here it is from IT Hips in the Woodward Sports Chat. He says the Detroit Lions are 1 win away from hosting their first ever NFC championship. Let's take care of business tonight, control the ball, and limit the mistakes. Lions win comfortably 20-8.
Ooh.
20-8.
Wow.
Yeah.
20-8.
Wow.
That's a scoregami.
That might be a scoregami.
Listen, you are really putting together those 9-10 minute drives then to do something like that, right?
I like that. I don't like the score prediction, but I like his sentiment and what he's coming from. I do think the Lions are going to go out there and take care of business in this one. I'm so confident in this team because, like, as much as we called them the vocal minority on Woodward Sports the past couple days. This group of fans that are scared to say the Lions are going to win or scared to say they're going to go out and kick ass. Yeah.
Don't jinx us.
Shit. The Lions are a much better team. They're going to go out there and take care of business. They've been the best team in the NFC all fucking year. Like, they're going to go out there and they're going to win. And shout out to Adam Morrissey. Score prediction, maybe overdoing it, but Lions at home in Detroit. Lions will represent and show Washington. Detroit does not play around. And I agree. I think that this environment, and Neil got backlash from that pussy fan base section. That, like I said, the majority of Lions fans are confident in their team. The majority of Lions fans know this team's going to go out there and win and know how good they are. But that vocal minority that was so scared of what Neil said, that this team doesn't know what they're walking into, because they truly don't. Sean, this is a Super Bowl winning quarterback saying that the Detroit atmosphere was the loudest environment he's ever played in Matt Stafford, who, by the way, Commanders fans, also played in the SEC. So those people that are like, Jaden Daniels played in the SEC, you think he's going to be scared of Ford Field? This ain't the SEC, buddy. In Detroit, it means more. We'll say that. And then you look at Sean McVay, Super Bowl winning head coach, who played in the Superdome for an NFC championship game, said Detroit was the most insane environment he's ever coached in. No, Jaden Daniels could say, oh, yeah, you have no idea what you're going to walk into. A whole day of Lions fans in second best since 1 p.m. getting liquored up. Ford Field's going to be nuts, man. These guys don't know.
Tony Dungy is not one to make the overstatement. Tony Dungy is just straight across the board. When Tony Dungy sat there before that game against the Vikings and said, with a straight look on his face, looked right in the camera and said, I've been doing this for 20 years. I've never seen a stadium like this. That meant something to me. Because that's not a guy that said... That's not a guy that says overstatements. Can I get back to the bitches for a second?
Yes, please.
All right. So Brady, let's say Brady from Woodward Sports says the Lions are going to win by 28 points. Okay? I don't want to say half of you. Some of you out there.
Yes.
I can't believe he said that. What are you guys doing? You're jinxing us. Brady has no bearing on this game.
Yes.
None. Zero! Do you think the Commanders are sitting in there like the last gosh damn, like, okay, guys, I've said all I need to say, but I want you to watch this clip. This motherfucker from Woodward Sports Brady said we're going to lose by 28 points. Yeah, we're going to kill him, Coach. Relax. We're the better team, you guys. Stop with that jinx shit. All right? We're better. Go out and prove it today.
If you actually believe what me, a fat idiot with a mic, has to say about the Commanders is going to change the outcome of this game, you are disrespecting Brad Holmes, you are disrespecting Dan Campbell, and you are disrespecting the Detroit Lions. These guys are built for this. This team is built for this. They've been there, they've done it, and this is the subpar team. They're going to go out there, and they're going to do what they've done all year, and that's beat teams that are worse than them and beat them convincingly. Like, if you think that what I have to say has any bearing on this game, you're living in La La Land. Like, it just doesn't make sense to me. We are the bullies on the block. We are the best team in football. We can finally say, yeah, the Detroit Lions are going to go out there and they're going to kick some fucking ass, and it holds bearing because we are better than them. Because we have a better roster, because we have 6 All-Pros, because we have these guys going out there and consistently proving us right every single fucking week. So don't back down now when the stakes are the highest. This is when you double down and you show your team you have confidence in them, and you're going to know that they get the job done.
You just made the best freaking statement
He
ever.
is him, right? No, I'm serious.
And I want to back him up, and I want to back you up, because stats talk. As you guys say, we can talk all we want, right? Stats talk. You're talking about having 2nd and 3s, 2nd and 4s, Sean. Well, let me ask you guys something here, and let's see if the chat out there knows as well. Do you know what David Montgomery, how many yards he averages on first down this season?
No.
5.
Okay.
Do you know how many yards Jahmyr Gibbs averages on first down this season?
No.
6.1.
That's pretty good.
So, you know what? The stats prove that the Lions are always in 2nd and 3, 2nd and 4 situations. So, like you said, guys, you can sit here and talk all you want about this, that, and the other. The stats show that the Lions get the job done on the field.
You heard it from Pete, and you heard it from us. These wings here at second
Elite.
best.
Elite.
Come
I'm
on.
telling you, listen, you guys, I'm serious. As somebody who I cook a little bit, I like to do this. Just the rub on here, you don't need any sauce. You got a good rub. You got the good meat, a good smoke. These are elite. I'm telling you, you won't be let down. And Pete, to your point, I'm going to piggyback. Give me a jinx so I can stop it in the ground. Like, honestly, don't say that. Don't do this. What jinx do you want me to stomp in the ground? We have to stop acting like the butthurt bitches that we've been our whole lives.
Yes.
We really do. And listen, that starts with me. That starts with me. I'm older than a whole bunch of you mother out there, okay? I've dealt with this longer than you have. And I'm at the point now where what happened in the 90s, what happened, whether we had a March, whether it was 0-16, that is so far in the rearview mirror. Judge these guys by their resume.
Yes.
Don't judge them to others' resumes. These guys have put enough out there now, enough tape, enough wins, enough big wins to be judged on their own merit. Why on earth should I sit there right now and be afraid of a team that is 15-2, that has won 3? Well, it's about to be 3. Three playoff games in the span of a year after I saw one in my entire lifetime.
Yeah, and Sean, real quick, I'm going to get into the super chats. We got Michael Daly in there. Says, I've waited 70 years for this team. I'm not worried. I'm excited. Shout out to you, Michael Daly.
That a boy. Amen, brother.
Adam Morency saying, are we past the Lions biting kneecaps era? No. We're going to go out there and we're going to bite kneecaps. And shout out to Steve Wilds. He says to buy shots and get the party started. So I think we need a couple of Tullamore Dew Irish whiskey shots, Brady, whenever you get a chance. Shout out to Steve Wilds. Put it on my cart. Put it on my tab. 2 Tullamore Dew Irish whiskey shots for me and Sean here.
Okay.
Courtesy of Steve Wilds in the Woodward Sports Chat.
Okay, thank you.
Sean, like you said, we put it very eloquently on the Woodward heavyweights. We try to, appease to everybody, and I think we put this as best as we can. This is not your whore grandmother's Detroit Lions. This is the brand new Detroit Lions. They're not built to choke. They're not built to fall and to not rise to the occasion. They are built like the best team in the NFL because they have the best roster in the NFL. So if you're clutching your pearls, if you're scared for this team, you're worried about somebody else. This is the new Lions. They're going to take care of business.
This has been,
that was fast.
You guys, you're the best, Brady.
Thank you, Brady.
Honestly, if we're being honest, this has been, 4 years in the making? Okay, this has been plotted out. This has been planned out. This has been gone over 1,000 times. And I know everybody and their brother wanted to put the cart in front of the horse and say, let's take the big step in 2022. I'm going to give a shout-out to my boy, Joik Bell.
Shout out.
Joik Bell.
Joik's the man.
Joik Bell literally sat here. We had a conversation 4 years ago, and he goes, I don't want people to expect anything in 2022. It isn't going to be pretty. And I don't think 2023 is going to make people happy. But this is a situation where we're not playing checkers as a franchise anymore. We're playing chess. Mm-hmm. And we've got a fucking chess master in Brad Holmes. Seriously. And so then what happens? Spenny, what happens?
Yeah.
2023, look what we got. 2024, look what we've got so far. This was something that you could see coming 4 years ago, and it's wonderful that finally,
cheers
Spenny,
to that, Sean.
we are seeing the Lions fulfill their destiny. Tullamore's pretty good, by the way.
To a Lions victory.
That. Solid.
B&L, boys, B&L.
Tullamore New
Solid.
Irish whiskey is as smooth as it gets.
Solid.
We're going to go to break. We're going to come back. And I want to do one player for the Lions on both sides of the ball that you think needs to have the biggest impact for them to succeed. But first, what do we got, JB? Sabbath Coffee Roasters, delicious coffee, locally roasted, specialty coffee delivered right to your doorstep. Make sure you tap in SabbathCoffeeRoasters.com. Use code word Woodward to get 25% off your first subscription order. Sabbath Coffee Roasters, listen, support local companies. Sabbath Coffee Roasters is a Michigan-based company. And why would you wait in line and wait for these overpriced cups of coffee when you can have it dropped off at your doorstep? SabbathCoffeeRoasters.com. Check them out.
How do people feel about getting a Planet Fitness membership for $15 a month? How do they like working out in a clean and spacious gym that's filled with equipment for every workout? And how about free fitness training in the judgment-free zone that leaves them feeling energized all day long? Join Planet Fitness today with the free PF app, online or in club, and start getting that big fitness energy for $15 a month.
Can't get enough Lions coverage? Make sure you catch all Woodward sports shows every game day. Wake up with Woodward and Maine, giving you the latest insight into the Lions locker room and press conferences. Then join the Lions pregame show, highlighting key matchups, injuries, and what to watch for during the game. Follow all the ups and downs of the live game action with our Woodward Watch Party live on YouTube and WoodwardSports.com. After the game, check out the instant fan and host reactions with the Lions postgame show. Every game, it's wall-to-wall, kneecap-biting, high-fiving, chest-pumping Lions coverage.
Hell yeah!
Only at Detroit's #1 sports network, Woodward Sports.
Woodward Sports, let's go.
Walk into any Lady Jane's Haircuts for Men today. Open 7 days a week. Sit back, relax, and enjoy precision haircut, scalp massage, hot leather neck shave, and hot towel treatment from one of our talented stylists. Step up your game this season and take advantage of our $20 haircut special. Scan the QR code and get your coupon today. Lady Jane's Haircuts for Men, the ultimate haircut experience. Open 7 days a week. Walk-ins always welcome. Lady Jane's Haircuts for Men, it's wicked awesome.
Back-to-back NFC North Division champions. The Detroit Lions are playoff bound and ready to eat the kneecaps of anyone standing in our way. Follow Woodward Sports as we cover the best season in Detroit Lions history. Go Lions!
Talk about pressure, we live in pressure. That's where we freaking thrive. You did it again.
From Detroit's #1 sports network, Woodward Sports.
You see it right now, everybody. We are live from the second best bar here, located at 42 Randy Watson Street in Detroit. We are here for the ultimate fan experience. We are enjoying our smooth Tullamore Dew Irish whiskey, and we are the Woodward Sports Lions pregame show. We are here every Lions home game day. We are here today. We're going to be here next Sunday as well when the Lions win tonight, and they'll be in the NFC Championship game. Come down to second best bar and join us every Lions home game day. Second best bar, 42 Randy Watson Street in Detroit, where you can come get some.
Baby.
They didn't want to listen, did they?
They did not want to listen.
They didn't want to listen.
Welcome back, everybody. I am Spencer Axter. He is Sean Belizian. You just heard from Pete. We got JB, Chase, Stick, Brady. The gang's all here. Appreciate you, Brady. These taller long drinks from New Holland Brewing Company.
If Brady has another one over there, could I please?
Sean will take one, too.
Oh, those are
Sean,
so damn good.
Before we went to break, first of all, those wings are insane. Those are some of the best
Dude,
wings I've
they
ever
didn't
had.
know.
No.
They didn't. The dry rub. Listen to me. If I'm the guy that's going to guide you the wrong way, make sure you call me out. I am not bullshitting you. These dry rub wings are amongst the best I've ever had. I'm not joking.
And listen, Sean, this man knows his meats. Pause. He knows his meats. Trust me. We had that little barbecue at his house the other day. He knows his meats.
What?
Shout out Super Chats rolling in here. We got a couple of them in there. One from Dante151. He said, I'm so gosh damn hype right now. My Kirby Joseph All-Pro jersey is on, and I'm playing Jack X, playing Jack 5 on my PS5 to relax before I watch the destruction of the Foot Commanders. It will be beautiful. And then you've got Anthony Gonzalez with the $20 Super Chat. Go Lions. You guys are saying it the best. We need to get over this loser mentality. This team is great. This culture is great. The Lions are great. Holding down the fort in Maryland for the Lions. Let's get this W. Shout out to you, sir. All the way out in Maryland.
Amen.
Sean, before we went to break, I said I wanted to highlight a player on both sides of the ball that you think is going to be the most important for the Detroit Lions in this one. I want to start with defense, and I want to go first. Because when I look at this defense, when I look at what the Commanders want to do, I think the single most important player for the Detroit Lions defense in this game will be the captain, Alex Anzalone.
Damn it.
You saw what he did when he came in that Minnesota game. You saw how a single player made that defense look so much better. Alex Anzalone, what he does with Jack Campbell freeing him up to be that outside linebacker. He doesn't have to be the Mike. He can be the Sam. He's going there, blowing sideline to sideline, getting in the backfield, making things happen. Him keeping Jaden Daniels at bay is going to be extremely important on top of guarding Austin Eckler out of the backfield in these passing sets. Alex Anzalone is a top 10 linebacker in the NFL. Alex Anzalone is arguably, outside of Fred Warner, the best coverage linebacker in the NFL. This guy is going to be extremely important when it comes to slowing down Jaden Daniels, when it comes to stopping those tight ends and running backs out of the backfield.
I have to pick a different guy now because I think Alex Anzalone, no question about it. I'm going to go with Z. How about I go with Z?
I like it.
I just want Z to let JD5 know he's going to be there all day. I am going to be here. I am going to make your life miserable every opportunity I can. And it's not even I'm going to get a shot on you. I want you to hurry a pass. I want you to take a route that you didn't want to take. I want you to know I'm going to make you uncomfortable every time you snap the ball. I think Alex, in my mind, Spenny, is the automatic choice, but I'll go with Z just to be different. I want Z. You know, JD, I'm gonna be here all day. I'm not going anywhere. I might come off the field on one snap, but I'm gonna be right back on the next snap. I want you to know I'm going to be in your zip code for the entire damn day.
And James McCollum says, which one of these two guys is going to puke first? Well, since Brady is here, James McCollum, a gentleman swallows his throw up in the face of a lady. So I'm not going to puke, don't worry. But, Pete, do you have a defensive player on the Lions that you're highlighting?
I do, guys. It's going to be Kirby Joseph, man. You guys are talking about pressuring Jaden Daniels. Well, you know what happens when you pressure the quarterback against the Lions defense? They throw up 50-50 balls. And you know who's going to be there to bring it down? Number 31.
There
I
he
think
is.
that Kirby Joseph today, along with Brian Branch, that secondary, those safeties, those guys are going to be the key for the Lions to really making life extremely difficult for Jaden Daniels, because as he runs for his life and looks downfield just when he thinks De'Ami Brown is open, in comes number 31.
There he is.
And he's going to snipe the ball, guys. That's my pick.
Sean, a little sidebar here.
Yeah.
I feel so vindicated with Kirby Joseph being first-team All-Pro. This is a guy that half of his fan base abandoned him. This is a guy that I had people in my chat saying wasn't going to start for this team this year. That Ife Melifonwu and Brian Branch would be the starting safeties. Kirby Joseph, per Ed Reed, is arguably the best safety in the – so don't listen to me. Like I said before, I'm just a fat idiot with a mic. Nobody in this world, nobody on God's green earth can question Ed Reed's ball knowledge, can question Ed Reed's safety knowledge. He said on Kay Adams, the two best safeties in the league are Kirby Joseph and Kyle Hamilton. So take that to your mother. I love Kirby Joseph. Oh, my God, I pray he gets his hands on a ball in this one.
Doesn't it come back to that which we talked about a little bit earlier, too, about the intelligence of this brain trust for the Lions to put this meticulously together? You've got Brian Branch, you got Kirby Joseph. Like, what a perfect yin-yang, right?
Yes.
I mean, it really is. It's
Smash and grab.
Yes, it's a smash and grab.
Five-finger discounts all over the place.
yeah.
Right. And so that, I mean, again, that is something that I sit back and just go, you can't have one without the other. And there is no denying when you are a ball hawk like that, okay, guys know. And half the game is mental. I don't care what anybody says. And that's why I bring up Z. Jaden, I'm going to be here all day.
Talk to him.
Like you,
Yes.
you just need to know I'm going to be here all day. And Anzalone going, hi, Jaden, I'm watching you. I'm watching where you go. And the same thing goes in that defensive backfield. And that's why, as a twosome, those two have done so well together.
The gruesome twosome. You love it. And you got super chat in the Woodward Sports chat from Don't Talk Politics at the Dinner Table. He says, someone had to say it, and I'm the chosen one. It's time. Oh, come on. Yeah, no, I'm not going to say that. All right, that's aggressive. Don't wish injury on anybody. No, I hope everybody makes it out of here healthy. Because this is there's no bad blood against this command. I like the Commanders. I do. I like Jaden Daniels.
Tip of the cap.
I like Dan Quinn. I like Scary Terry. I like Brian Robinson. The man survived gunshots and came back. I like Deron Payne. But they're going to get their ass whooped. So nobody wants to get injured. Nobody wants to see anybody get injured. But we want to see them get their ass whooped. I'm not going to finish that one. That's in poor taste. I will say that. But I appreciate your super chat. All right, let's go to the other side of the ball. We talked about our defensive player. Now let's talk about an offensive player that you expect to highlight this game. And I know this is the easy choice. I know I might be talking about it. I'm looking at Jared fucking Goff in this one. Jared Goff to go out there and to say, hey, this kid, he's nice, he's cute. It's nice, son. I'll sit you down at the kids' table, but I'm an MVP candidate. I'm a top 5 quarterback in this league right now, and I'm going to go out there. And you want to play zone? You want to play man? You want to commit extra safeties to the run game? I'm going to dot you up all over the field. Jared Goff is going to have a great game. I know we expect a lot out of this running game, but you know, with this Lions offense, when the running game gets going, it just makes Jared Goff's job a lot easier. And he's going to be putting, like Magic Johnson, putting the ball into the hands of his playmakers and letting them take care of business. I expect Jared Goff to have a great game.
All right, same thing. That's the number one choice. You know who I'm going to go with? I'm going to go with Craig. And you know, do you ever watch a movie Miracle? Do you ever watch a movie Miracle? Herb Brooks, one of the most famous scenes in that movie was Again, right? Where he's pissed off that they have a less than game, and he makes them. We called it. Those of us that played hockey, we called it lines. Okay,
yes.
and again, And that's at Dan Campbell in the third quarter when they're really starting to wear it down. You send Craig out there and you go, again. And you keep, and maybe he goes for 3. Then he goes for 5. Then he goes for 10. Then he goes for 4. Again. I just want you to know that this battering ram is going to keep coming at you. You need to accept that. You don't have a choice in the matter. I know you don't want it, but you really don't. What you want is inconsequential. You don't have a choice in the matter. Keep sending him out there again. Elongate those drives. Come away with those points. Again, 7s, not 3s, and keep the ball out of the most dangerous player's hand. I'll go with Craig Reynolds.
Pete, who do you got?
Tell you what, guys, the guy that has quietly become the number 3 overall receiver on the team, and that's Sam Laporta.
Ooh.
And I'm going to tell you why Sam Laporta is probably going to have a very good game today. We brought Brian Baldinger. We brought up his highlight of the Week 18 matchup. Shout out Baldy. We on Ermanni Edwards with Maz 2 to 4 right here. Shout out on Woodward Sports. So we brought up the Brian Baldinger was breaking down Jamison Williams, and what does Jamison Williams do? He backs up the secondary. And what does that do, guys? It opens up that 5-10-yard area in the middle of the field for number 87, who comes in and usually snags a pass. And you're talking to, Spenny, you're talking about Jared Goff's going to be the man. Well, he's going to have to hit somebody. And if everybody else is going to be covered, and if J-Mo is spreading the field, then Sam Laporta is going to have an over 50-yard day today on the ground. So Sam Laporta is my offensive key.
I love it, Pete. And we got a super chat in there, Sean. This one hurts a little bit because of what happened last night to our boys, to that number 1 ranked MSU hockey team. Adam Scholey in the Woodward Sports Chat says, today Washington is our little brother. You know what that means, Spenny, with a couple of – that was a good win for you boys.
Congratulations. That's a nice win.
Losing to the number 10 hockey team in the nation sucks, but it doesn't suck as bad as losing to a formerly 0-6 in conference play Minnesota team. So it's a tough lump, but –
as Michigan hockey proved last year, it's not a sprint, it's a marathon.
Yes.
And Michigan State knows that, and you can watch Michigan State in the Frozen Four this year. It'll be a fun time for all.
You can. And, okay, Sean, I am looking – I want to do this again because we did the offensive players, and I went with Jared Goff, and I was expecting one of you guys to take the ground ball, but I'm going to do it. Another player that I expect to have a good game, hot take here, Jahmyr fucking Gibbs, dude. This guy, Jahmyr Gibbs, I said it before, I'll say it again. Keep Saquon Barkley. Keep Derrick Henry. Jahmyr Gibbs is the best running back in the National Football League. If you saw what Bucky Irving was doing to this Commanders defense last week, expect Jahmyr Gibbs to do that tenfold. And part of Jared Goff's success is going to be relying on Jahmyr Gibbs. Out of the backfield, you get him with that play fake, you hit him with a screen over the middle, you get those big uglies out in space with Jahmyr Gibbs behind them. I expect Jahmyr Gibbs to go over 150 all-purpose yards and have 2 touchdowns in this game. Jahmyr Gibbs is going to be masterful.
No, Spenny, and I'm playing the role of trying to be different guy because I think it's a given Jahmyr Gibbs is going to eat today. I really do. And that's why I'm trying to pick the guy maybe a little bit off the radar. When you have worn them down, when you want to hold the ball to keep the hands out of Jaden Daniels' hand, or to keep the ball out of Jaden Daniels' hands, that's when I want to see, okay, you get a little Gibbs, but you get a lot more, obviously, Reynolds. And maybe, let's see. We still don't know what Montgomery's going to do.
Okay. Credit to John Macaroon of Detroit Sports Podcast. He got some great footage out
John's
there
a good dude.
Of David Montgomery at practice. He looks good. He's making cuts. He looked healthy.
And chances are he's going to want the rock, and when you give him a spell, that's when you give Craig. I love that. That's a great bit. But that's when you give him Spenny, I can't stress this enough, okay? The only chance for the Commanders to win this game is to have the ball in Jaden Daniels' hands.
Yeah.
So you don't give him the ball. It's not rocket science here. I think sometimes we're all apt to overthink this great game, and this isn't rocket science. Bill Parcells, okay, one of the most famous Super Bowls ever. The K-Gun, the Jim Kelly, point-a-minute offense and everything. You know what they did? okay, we're going to give you O.J. Anderson, and then we're going to give you O.J. Anderson, and then we're going to give you O.J. Anderson, and then Phil Simms is going to hit a little 5-yard pop, and then he's going to hit Mark Ingram. You don't put the ball in that offense's hands.
No.
Why would you do that?
Why would
Hang
you?
on to the ball, man.
You will dominate that defense all day. You don't give – because Jaden Daniels is a fantastic player.
Yep.
He is. This is one of the best rookie seasons from a quarterback ever. But the devil is a lie. You don't give Jaden Daniels the ball. You let the Detroit Lions offense do what they do. Shout out to Keith Schmidt in the Woodward Sports Chat with the Super Chat. He said, SOL died the day Sheila Hamp took over. Oh, my God. Second best. They got the best aux in the city, too. They play nothing but bangers in here. All right, Sean. I want to do an obscure topic here. This is something car seat still smelling like 10 keys. All right, so I want Wingstop Fat Boy, I need a 10-piece. All right, so I want to say something. I called it earlier in the week. This is an obscure call. I expect, speaking of second best Fat Boy need a 10-piece, I expect a big man interception in this one. I'm calling a big man interception from one of these Detroit Lions defensive linemen. Z. Al-Quadin Muhammad, who has a couple pass breakups on the year already. I kind of want to say Miles Adams, but I don't want to go that far. I think Miles Adams makes a couple plays on that defensive line. But Jaden Daniels has been very good against the blitz. And what he does, I was watching a lot against Tampa Bay, he throws to the spot. When the blitz comes, he throws to the spot, and he's got a rocket arm. He rifles it in there. Aaron Glenn knows that. Aaron Glenn sees that. What he's going to do, he's going to blitz Jaden Daniels, but he's going to supplement that by backing out his defensive line into pass coverage into that spot. Diaby from Tampa Bay was an eyelash away from getting an interception on an Eckler pass. I think one of these Detroit Lions defensive linemen is going to be in that hole when Jaden Daniels rifles it in there, and we get a big man interception.
And that's, I mean, you want to talk about the roof coming off. I mean, that is the type of thing. And again, hype is such a big part of this game. There's a reason why you want the number one seed. I mean, how many times did we talk about it doing our shows on Big D Energy all year long? It was imperative to find a way to get that number one seed.
Yes.
Because this is a home field advantage, unlike so many out there. And you want to talk about a vibe, a hype. Something like that happens, Spenny? This place is going to blow, man. It really is.
Blow the roof off.
That's what I'm talking about. And again, boy, all week long I've had an issue with the bitches out there. You know, we have earned this.
Yeah.
We have earned this. We have earned the right to stick out our chest a little bit. We have earned the right to host these games and to make you come into our place. So why don't we kind of embrace what we are right now, Spenny?
You have to. You have to embrace it. They're the number one seed in the NFC. You have to embrace it. There's no denying it
You're coming
anymore.
to Ford Field.
You're coming to Ford Field. You're going to get your ass whooped. And this is something I also talked about on Woodward Heavyweights 5 to 7, Woodward Sports Network. Shout out. Not only do the Lions know what playoff football means, not only do the players and the coaches know what this means, the PA announcer, the MC, the fans know what that means. You saw it against the Minnesota Vikings. The last player announced was Alex Anzalone, and that got Ford Field rocking. The last player announced today will be David Montgomery, and that's going to get Ford Field rocking. They know what they're doing, Sean. We've been here already.
My boy Theo Gridiron, pops it up a notch as well. I mean, so many things that factor into this being such a special place, such a special time. It really is one of those things where I have to say again, like we started the show, this is a stop and smell the roses time. Do you guys understand where we are? The Detroit Lions are the favorite in the NFC.
Yes, they're the favorite to win the Super Bowl.
The Detroit Lions are the favorite to win the Super Bowl. The Detroit Lions are at home. This isn't going into Philly talking big and bad about what we're going to do. No, you have to come to our house, and you have to show us what you can do in our house. And, Spenny, that's the beautiful thing about it.
It really is. It really is, and the city deserves it. The fans deserve it, because there are no better sports fans than the fans in Detroit. We saw it for years and years, my whole life, Sean.
Yep.
25 years of Red Wings in the playoffs. Every single away game, the stands are filled with Red Wings jerseys. And now you get that with the Lions. We're taking over your stadium, we're showing up on your house, and we're knocking on your front porch. But now they got to come to us because we are the best team in the NFC. Now they got to come to us because we are the Super Bowl favorite. And then when they come to Detroit, they're not used to it. They're gonna get met at the front door with a boot in their mouth. And I just
what a
can't
difference!
wait.
What a difference it makes. Okay, and I say this knowing that Stick is about 90 degrees off of me. Okay, would you rather have people chanting "Fire Millen" all over the sports landscape, at hockey games in Vancouver, at basketball games in South Beach, or would you rather have people chanting Jared Goff? I'll take Jared Goff. I will. I'll take it every single day. I lived through Fire Millen. I did a stupid march. I don't want anything to do with that shit anymore. I'm done with it. I want to talk about what this team is doing. I want to talk about why people are chanting Jared Goff's name. And you know what? Let's write the next chapter today against this Commander team.
It's the 30 for 30 is going to be beautiful, Sean.
Oh, I don't know anything about it.
You got Zach Soap in the Woodward Sports Chat saying the Lions love the big games. They do. Dan Campbell, look at his primetime record with the Detroit Lions. And tell me this team doesn't love the big games. And then you got Brent Jackson in there, says, turn the F up, Spenny. Ford Field crowd needs to get JD5 knowing what kind of night it's going to be. I love it, man. I love Detroit sports fans. You guys, like, not only would I not be able to do this for a living without you guys, but this team, this city, they feed off of your energy. You got to go there and bring it. Wolfpack89 says, Champion Circle's Maize Ale from New Holland Brewing Company is pretty good. Shout out New Holland Brewing Company. Everything they make is good.
Solid.
We're going to go to break. We're going to come back, and we're going to talk some more about the Detroit Lions. Obviously, this game against the Commanders in the divisional round. We'll see what the Commanders have to offer and players on their side of the ball that you are worried about. But first, JB, what do I got to tell them about? Les Stanford Chevrolet. If you're looking to buy a new car, you should go to Les Stanford. You can get great deals on a Hummer EV. You can get a GMC Sierra crew cab with no money down. You got to have the Les Stanford and the GMC discount for both. But listen, Les Stanford got me into my car. You see me whipping around Detroit in my new Blazer. It's because Les Stanford got me there. They can help you too. Shout out to Weston Stanford. Shout out to all those great people. Les Stanford Chevrolet Buick GMC. Tap in lesstanford.com.
Walk into any Lady Jane's Haircuts for Men today. Open 7 days a week. Sit back, relax, and enjoy precision haircut, scalp massage, hot leather neck shave, and hot towel treatment from one of our talented stylists. Step up your game this season and take advantage of our $20 haircut special. Scan the QR code and get your coupon today. Lady Jane's Haircuts for Men, the ultimate haircut experience. Open 7 days a week. Walk-ins always welcome. Lady Jane's Haircuts for Men. It's wicked awesome.
Big injuries, big news. Twice a week, Dr. Jeff Pierce from Michigan Sports and Spine joins Woodward Sports Network for the Injury Insider Report. Big D Energy Tuesdays at noon, and Ermanni and Edwards with Maz Thursdays at 3:30. Get expert analysis and in-depth breakdowns on the latest sports injuries from the man trusted by top athletes in the community, like D-Mac. Whether it's the Lions, Pistons, Tigers, or Red Wings, Dr. Pierce talks us through it all. Don't miss the Injury Insider Report with Dr. Jeff Pierce, your go-to source for understanding the impact of injuries on the games and players we love. Only on Woodward Sports Network. Scan the QR code on the screen or go to MichiganSportsandSpine.com to see if Dr. Jeff Pierce can help you.
How do people feel about getting a Planet Fitness membership for $15 a month? How do they like working out in a clean and spacious gym that's filled with equipment for every workout? And how about free fitness training in the judgment-free zone that leaves them feeling energized all day long? Join Planet Fitness today with the free PF app, online or in club, and start getting that big fitness energy for $15 a month.
The bad boys from the NFL are here. Your 2024 Detroit Lions are the hardest hitting, highest flying, trickiest playing, grittiest team in the NFL.
A dominant team.
Get all your coverage of your favorite team right here in your favorite network. Woodward Sports.
Guys, it's 1800 Tequila. That's your official tequila of your Detroit Lions. also the official tequila of Woodward Sports as well. Check out your 1,800 tequila bottles in those great Detroit Lions colors, the black and the blue with the silver. 1,800 tequila, again, the official tequila of the Detroit Lions and Woodward Sports. And please, everybody, drink responsibly.
Please drink responsibly. Please Uber like I'm going to tonight. Make sure you tap in. We appreciate you all joining. Thanks to Pete. We got Stick next to us.
Hey!
You would think Jared Goff got said, but
Nope.
Sean Belesian, listen.
What is Sean doing?
Sean is buying drinks for those Commanders fans.
Why? There's plenty of Lions fans in here you can buy drinks for. You choose those motherfuckers?
Can I tell you why?
Yeah.
I'm sucking up to them. so when they get butt hurt later, at least they can feel a little soft.
And a shout out to Mike Shearwood in the chat with the super chat.
Too
He
kind.
said,
Too
Can't
kind.
wait for some belt to ass tonight. We are in big games. As someone who played offensive line, watching O-line is electric. Let's go, Lions. Shout out. I love watching the O-line as well. And shout out to everybody in the chat. You know me. Spend Mo Racks. I was born in Detroit. I grew up in Centerline. Shout out CL. Come to CL. You go see hell. Make sure you put your names and where you're from in the chat. We want to know where you guys are watching from. We got East Tennessee, Slick Nick. Flint, Michigan from David Witt. Brian Meadows in Jacksonville. Jason Kenyon from Oklahoma. Michael Doye from California. Movies and stuff from his mom's basement. Andy Dulac from Oscoda, Michigan. Brent Jackson, Arizona via Flint. We appreciate you all. Woodward Sports Worldwide. We got guys from Germany, Sweden,
Saudi Arabia
watching. Stick. Okay, you're on with me.
Yeah, I know.
There's no other reason for me to not talk about Jared Goff.
Oh, well, here we go.
So
Let's have some fun, boys.
What do you expect from your man crush today? Jared Goff, JG16.
I expect him to give it to them however they present themselves.
Yeah.
And that's what, I mean, look at his numbers. He's elite in everything that you do. You want to blitz Jared Goff? He's number one against the blitz. You want to play zone against Jared Goff? I believe he's number one against the zone.
Yeah.
I mean, this offense is what it is. He's had 2 weeks to prepare for this defense. This defense is an absolute sieve. I expect the Lions to march up and down the field all game long. Do not expect to see Jack Fox in this game whatsoever. Punters, even if it is a fourth down and something, they're going to go for it. So I just expect Jared Goff to continue to do what Jared Goff has been doing. And it's electric downtown, man. Walking down to where we're doing our watch party and post-game show.
Yeah.
I walked all the way from Woodward all the way down there. It is literally like when we did Michigan State on Halloween a couple years ago. We were up there for the pregame show.
Oh, yeah.
There are people drinking and drunk, and I don't think it was the bums from last night. Like, these are actual Lions fans at 8 a.m., 9 a.m., 10 hours before the game.
Gotta start
This
early.
is a college football Saturday downtown Detroit. This is not professional football. In that stadium, it is going to be absolutely raucous tonight. I cannot wait. The overflow of 65,000 plus people after they win this game on to Woodward. It's Saturday night in Detroit. We're already downtown.
It's gonna be amazing.
like
It's gonna be
goosebumps. This is what we live for. This is what we live for, and it's here. I don't see the Lions getting off course. There's levels to this. The Lions are on a different level. I even learned that this year. You know, I used to watch good teams and be like, oh, those are good teams. But it's different. It really is different when you're an elite team. Good teams are one thing. Commanders are good. They're not elite yet. They're not elite yet. And unfortunately for them, they're running into a buzzsaw. And I'm confident in this game. I respect the Commanders. I like Terry McLaurin. I think Jaden Daniels is a hell of a quarterback. His future is ahead of him. But also, that's what we said last year about Mr. C.J. Stroud.
That is true.
World beater, can do whatever.
What happened? He walked into the number one seed's house and he got his ass whooped by the
Trevor
Baltimore Ravens.
Lawrence went in when he was young.
No.
Trevor Lawrence went in when he was young and won a playoff game. And it was, the future's – now it's like, where the hell's Trevor Lawrence been? So I appreciate what he's done, but let's not predict what he's going to do. And tonight is going to be a different game. I expect them to put up points, but I do not expect them to come out with a victory.
And shout out to everybody in the Woodward Sports chat. You got Ann Crum in there saying from 7 Mile, but in the Bay.
6 Mile, Brick Mile,
You got Knox Brand number 1 saying West Side Detroit. Scotty B, Fort Smith, Arkansas. You've got, let's see some more here. Bryce the Mac from Long Island. Shout out to Stephen David from San Diego. Luis Incano from Louise, Brazil. Shout out Big Trav from Hotlanta. Tyler Cool from Boise, Idaho. Mr. Joe the Gringo from Muskegon. And JB, can you do me a favor here? We got 40 Gumble in the Woodward Sports chat. He put a super chat in there addressed to Sean. and I didn't read it. I can't get to it on my phone, but can you throw that up on the screen so I can read it from Sean? I appreciate that. Shout out to Greg Snowden from Maryland. Man, this is just everybody from Sean, it's a great time to be a Lions fan.
You know what? I think you and Stick hit on something that means something to me. I think for years, what we did is we took the average and we tried to make it sound special. And we're all guilty of it. You know, some of the moments during the Caldwell era, well, they were cute seasons, pinch the little cheeks. This is different. Stick nailed it. This is different. We're calling the shots now.
Yes.
You come into our barn. We're not flexing our muscle because we don't need to.
We don't have to.
You know how big and bad we are. Now you have to show us how big and bad you are. And good luck with that.
The results speak for themselves. They truly do. And we got some super chats in there to get to. 40 Gumbo, we're going to get to yours, I promise. Quiz Saka Dash says, if you are a Lions fan, do not have confidence in this team, you're no Lions fan. In our history, we have never been this good. Super Bowl 2025. Appreciate that. And then you got Supplement Envy in there saying, talking about J-Mo pushing the safeties out, not only will Laporta get open, but the two-time first-team All-Pro Saint. Let's go, Sun God. Huge game. 110 yards, 10 catches, 2 touchdowns. Calling his shot for Amon-Ra St. Brown. So I appreciate that as well. And 40 Gumble, if you want to comment just in the chat normally what you said, and then I'll read it out as a super chat. But Sean, does this feel more like I haven't had this kind of confidence in a Lions game, let alone a playoff game. Like I said this about the Red Wings playing the Blackhawks the last time they did. I said I've never been more confident in a win for the Red Wings than when they played the Blackhawks a couple weeks ago because of how they were playing, what they were going into, and what Patrick Kane meant to that city of Chicago. It's the same way with this Lions against the Commanders. I've never been more confident that the Lions are going to go out there, take care of business, and get a win than I am today.
Yeah, and like, again, I'm not sitting here saying we're going to blow them out. I think Stick did a real good job of putting this in perspective. I respect Washington. I respect Jaden Daniels. I'm going to be honest with you. I didn't really respect Sam Bradford. Oh, did I do it again? Sam Darnold.
That's what it is.
Gosh damn it. I keep getting that fucked up. No, but all jokes aside, I didn't respect. I respect Jaden Daniels. I respect him so much that I know that the Lions have to contain him. I don't think you're going to stop Jaden Daniels. I think you have to contain him. Don't allow him to go off for the 6 touchdown performance. And I think that's the difference. But the difference here is I don't think we're better. I know we're better.
You know it.
I know it. I've seen it. What other test does this Lion team have to prove, okay, and pass, short of winning the Super Bowl, mind you, but for the fans out there that are being bitches, what other test does this team have to pass? I'm serious.
It doesn't make
Injuries,
sense to me.
doesn't matter. Doesn't matter.
No.
And I was a bitch 3 weeks ago. I openly admit it. I was a bitch 3 weeks ago. So what other test does this team have to pass?
I was a bitch too, Sean. When Aleem McNeil went down, I said the Detroit Lions aren't going to win the Super Bowl.
Yep.
They're proving me wrong, and they're going to prove me wrong. Owen Mullen in the Woodward Sports Chat with a super chat. He said, from Florida, just flew in for the game. It's my first time on Ford Field. I am psyched. I have my Jared Goff jersey on, and people are chanting Jared Goff.
No, isn't that
cool?
So
shout out to you, Owen Mullen. Have a great time there, man. That is amazing. Sean, I look at this game, and they talk about matchups making fights, right? This is a good matchup for the Lions. This is a team that wants to be the Lions, how they play ball and how they do things, but they're not there yet. This is a team that wants to get to the level that the Lions are, but they're not there yet, and they can't stop the run. If you can't stop the run, you're not going to beat the Detroit Lions. I'm sorry.
It's across the board as well. It really is. It is across the board. You can't stop the run. We can run. Cool. You like to play a lot of man defense. Jared Goff literally puts on the trough, and it's a buffet, a free-for-all against man. Cool. Oh, well, maybe we'll go zone. Cool.
Yeah.
Amon-Ra is sitting there like this. He puts his bib on. So that's where this is not, and I hate to be simplistic because sometimes I think we get too wrapped up in this, but I will say again, and anybody who's listened to me for 10 years knows that I said this. At least give me this. The NFL that we grew up with, and I include you, the NFL that we grew up with has changed.
Yes.
It's different. Everything is predicated on the offense. Everything is predicated on what your quarterback can do to that defense, and can your defense put pressure on your quarterback. I like our offensive line's chances a lot, and I like our offense to really impose their will on your defense a lot as well.
I agree.
Game.
I agree, 100%. And you got Aaron White in the Woodward Sports Chat. Sounds like a Washington fan. He says, Dante Fowler with a strip sack, Washington 27-17. I respect you Washington fans. I do. I respect the Washington Commanders. If you think the Detroit Lions are only going to score 17 points in this game, you're an idiot. Sorry. But, Sean, I saw some people clamoring in the Woodward Sports Chat for a couple bets. Keith O said, Spenny, what are you for bets? We got Pete's parlay coming up that we're going to get to. That's money. But I got to drop a couple of mine because I've been hot, too. And the Lions made me a lot of money this year. Two of them that I'm on right now. They both revolve around that number 12 pick from Alabama, Jamison Williams. The first one, over 1.5 rushing yards for Jamison Williams. Jamison Williams' rushing yards is set at 1.5.
Oh.
That means if he gets the ball once on a reverse, it's over. Jamison Williams,
you won.
Over 1.5 rushing yards. And then my favorite bet to do, Sean, Jamison Williams over receiving yards, whatever it is. It's set at 55.5 right now, courtesy of Caesar Sportsbook. I look at this kid, man, it's the easiest bet. It's the most nut because it can happen at any time. You can go into the fourth quarter, he has no catches for no yards, and you can hit it on one play because one play from Jamison Williams can be 55, 56 yards receiving. So I like J-Mo over 1.5 rushing, J-Mo over 55.5 receiving. With Monty back, watch the play action. J-Mo's going to get a big touchdown in this one.
I love that 1.5. Because, I mean, and again, shame on you for bringing logic into this conversation, right?
Yeah.
If you give the ball to Jamison Williams, I really like the chances he gets more than 1.5 yards.
Yeah, I think he'll get 2 yards.
I really like the chances of that. Maybe he gets tackled for a 3-yard gain.
Maybe.
And you still win.
And then you're cashing.
Right, that's exactly it. I like that a lot, Spenny.
And you talk about they're going to run this ball a lot. They're going to do a lot of things. We know Ben Johnson, the well is deep with those trick plays. Do you expect him to bust out any of those trick plays in this game? He says the well is deep. You know he likes to use them, whether it be a reverse, a David Montgomery pass, a Penei Sewell pass, whatever it is. Do you expect Ben Johnson to bust out some trickery?
You know what? I'm going to be cocky Lion fan right now.
There you go.
And you know what? Because we can.
Out.
Because of you bitches out there, you need to know we can be cocky. I don't think he needs to, Spenny.
He doesn't.
I don't think he needs to. Again, let's look at that logically, okay? Not being a slapdick. They don't stop the run.
Yeah.
Okay? They play man defense. If they choose to move to zone, like all of these, I don't think he needs to. I think maybe, just maybe, you save a little bit right now.
Yeah.
You save a little bit. Let's see what we have next week for Philly.
Okay.
I think it's going to be Philly.
Yeah, I think it's going to be Philly, too.
Philly.
I think I would love for Matthew Stafford to come back to Detroit and get his ass whooped for us to make
Big
the Super
time.
Bowl.
I would like to boo them kids.
I want to boo them
I would.
kids,
I
Sean.
would like if you're going to accuse me of doing something that didn't happen. Oh, okay. If I'm going to be accused, well, now I am going to boo them kids.
Yeah.
Boo! Boo, you little bastards, right? It never happened. It was a facade. It wasn't real. So now we have to do it. Let's boo them hard.
Yeah. We're going to go to break. We're going to come back. We're going to get Pete's Parlay coming up. We're going to talk about some more bets that we like. But first, JB, who do I got to tell them about? The watch party. Make sure you tap in. The live watch party and post-game show at Gillies. So go out to Gillies. You're downtown. Come to Second Best. Have a good time. Woodward Sports is going to be at Gillies for the live watch party and the post-game show. Presented by New Holland Brewing Company. Sabbath Coffee Roasters, Soroki's Crispy Chicken and Pizza, and 1800 Tequila. It's the live watch party and post-game show live at Gillies downtown. Come out and hang out with us after the Lions beat the Commanders.
How do people feel about getting a Planet Fitness membership for $15 a month? How do they like working out in a clean and spacious gym that's filled with equipment for every workout? And how about free fitness training in the judgment-free zone that leaves them feeling energized all day long? Join Planet Fitness today with the free PF app, online or in club, and start getting that big fitness energy for $15 a month.
Injuries can't stop this train. Choo-choo!
Warriors, good win, break it down.
Super Bowl or bust, baby, for our Detroit Lions. And Woodward Sports will be there all the way. Detroit's #1 Lions destination is Woodward Sports.
Stop searching for a vehicle and start finding one. Les Stanford Chevrolet Cadillac makes it easy. We harness the power of multiple dealerships and own the biggest selection of GM brands in the area to get you the car you need. With the Les Stanford Group, you'll have access to 4 different dealerships, providing you with more makes, more models, and more choices. We're connected to more than 1,000 vehicles. And with so many high-quality CPO vehicles available, you'll find new car quality at pre-owned prices. You can start and end your search at lesstanford.com today.
The draft experience was shitty.
My high school dating experience was shitty.
I can tell you all 16 receivers and where they went to college.
I can tell you every girl that put me in the friend zone, every girl that shot me down, what grade it was, and what she said to me. Sarah Williams, freshman year at a house party, says, quote, I want to be single. Got a boyfriend the next day. Beth Samuel, junior year, I got benched during a football game. Afterwards, she came up to me and said, I want to date a starter. Kelsey McFarland, 10th grade. I took her to dinner, paid for dinner, and she told me I was the best guy friend
I've ever had.
Rachel Fletcher, took her to a party with my friend. She said, I like you,
but I like your friend better.
That was in 12th grade. Emily Westfall, senior year. I asked her to go to prom with me. She said, quote, sorry, I already have a date. She didn't even go to prom. Tanya Allen, Heather Talbert, Lindsay Turner, Leslie Frazier. It's okay, though, because now, here I am, working at Woodward Sports. They all got fat after high school, and the only thing I want back are my hoodies.
You know where we are. We're at the best bar in Detroit when you're looking to pregame. It's second best bar downtown, 42 Watson Street. Come out here. It is the pregame show with me and Sean Belesian, presented by Tullamore Dew Irish Whiskey, New Holland Brewing Company, Sabbath Coffee Roasters, and Les Stanford Chevrolet. What up, though, everybody? Welcome back. We're downtown here at second. That was good. That was good.
Is that good?
That was good.
What up, dope?
What up, dope? I like it.
I got to make the dough faster.
Yeah, dough faster.
A lot of Piston fans matriculating in as well.
A lot of Pistons. A big day for Detroit sports. You got the Pistons at 4. You got the Red Wings at 5, and then you got the Lions at 8.
This is so fucking great. Wings playing tonight down in mid-Florida. This is great. Gosh damn, what a great sports town, man.
Ybor,
right?
Isn't that where they're at?
Yeah, Ybor City, baby.
We got we're gonna get to Pete's parlay here in a second, but Sean, I saw something in the Woodward Sports chat that we didn't bring up, and nobody's really talked about, but I think it's gonna play an important role in this game. We saw it against the Vikings. Khalif Raymond back for those punt returns, for those kickoff returns. We know Khalif Raymond is an all-pro, by the way, all-pro punt returner, Khalif Raymond. He basically won you a game by himself this year. When he was getting the Lions, that offense, that ball inside of enemy territory every single possession, Khalif Raymond could have some big returns if the Commanders punt.
That's X-Factor stuff. It really is. I mean, we already like our matchup as well as it is, but if he pops one, well, then all of a sudden what we think is going to happen in this game turns into something completely different, Spenny, and it's worth mentioning. We know that the capabilities are there. We know that that's something he can do.
Yeah.
So, yeah, he pops one, and all of a sudden the trajectory of this game, which I don't care who you are, even the slapdick Redskin fan Commander fan that came up and talked to us, I think 7 points. Well, all of a sudden that 10.5 that everybody else thinks, 10.5 that everybody else thinks, then all of a sudden you're getting into 3-score territory.
Yes.
If you're able to pop something like that.
We talk about this being the most complete roster in the NFL, and it's not just from the players' perspective, it's from the coaching staff. You see Ben Johnson getting interviews with the Raiders and Jacksonville and all those guys. Aaron Glenn being linked to New Orleans and to the New York Jets as well. And Dan Campbell even said it. He came out in his press conference. He says, you want to talk about Aaron Glenn and Ben Johnson, you better talk about Dave Fipp too, because he is one of the best special teams, if not the best special team coach in the NFL, and they have been a weapon for the Lions so far this year.
Well, and it comes back to this team picking the right people that fit, not only in personnel, but on the coaching staff as well. We want a certain type. You have to be a guy that fits in here, and that's what they've been able to do. And Spenny, I'm sorry, I've seen it too many times. This is where I can speak to the level of been there, done that. I watched the Dallas Cowboys start to dominate, and then we're going to take your offensive coordinator, we're take your defensive coordinator. This was going to happen, okay? And we might lose both. That doesn't mean that the win is over.
No.
Because it wasn't over for Dallas at that point in time, and this is – what do you got there?
Thank you.
It wasn't over. It wasn't over at that point in time. Spenny is so happy, right? Spenny, why don't you show everybody what you have?
I got iced.
Isn't that wonderful? Isn't that beautiful? How quick can you put that down?
Let's see.
Let's test this right now. We'll get back to talking about football in a second. Already? I'm going to count backwards. Ready? You tell me when, Spenny. Coming down in 3, 2, 1. 1, 2, 3. Gone.
This show just changed. The whole show just changed.
Absolutely
The whole show just changed, dude.
Absolutely destroyed. How you feeling?
It's about as good as it gets right there, Sean. I'll tell you what, I haven't been iced in a while, but they go down just as smooth every time. Shout out to the lovely people here at Second Best. They gave it to me with I thought it was a patty melt. I got so excited.
I thought it was a patty melt.
Someone was giving me a patty melt. Goddamn Smirnoff Ice.
Did you see somebody came in dressed up like a lion? Lioness. Did you see Lioness?
Can we get the Lioness?
Can you grab
over
Lioness?
there, yes.
I just want Lioness to kind of, can you go grab her?
Go grab the Lioness.
I mean, if she wants to come over, I don't want to be like creepy guy. Hey, do you want to come over?
Shout out to Lamar
Chase
Hammer
is doing
in the
that for you.
Sports Chat with the super chat. He says, Spencer, what's that? You're eating another W after the Pistons game the other day? If yes, eat another W. Lions win 38-23. Shout out to Lamar Hammer. That was me at the Pistons game with my dad eating that W. Appreciate you tapping in. Lions 38-23. Lamar, you might have just said my score prediction. Just gonna say that might be my score prediction.
So you think it'll go over?
I do. I do. I think they're not going to be able to control our offense.
I'm not going to argue with you. I keep coming back to I think we're going to hold the ball longer than anybody considers.
Yeah.
That's it. That's what I keep coming back to. That's my logic behind it.
I think so too, but I also just think like a couple of those 5-6 yard runs from Jahmyr Gibbs are going to end up being 30 and 40 yard touchdown runs. Like they're not going to be able to contain it. But excuse me, Pete.
Fucking legend. Fucking legend.
We got a Pete parlay cooked up for this game.
Hell yeah, I got a parlay cooked up for this game, boys.
What are you looking at there, Pete?
You ready there, JB?
This
you got
place
it, guys.
is hyped,
I've been with you guys all season long, and you guys know we have had a lot of fun. We've won some money. We've lost a lot of bets, but we've won a lot of money as well. And have I got a parlay for you guys today, courtesy of our friends and our sportsbook partners at Caesars Sportsbook. Ladies and gentlemen, I have a 4-leg parlay for you today, and let's see how you guys feel about this one. Let's take a look at the Lions team total, not the total for the whole game. Lions team total over 33.5 today, ladies and gentlemen, because I really think the Lions are good for at least 35 points or more in the game. So the first leg of the parlay is the Lions team total over 33.5 for the whole game. Secondly, the Lions are going to smoke these people. Now, I think it's going to be close. I know it sounds weird. I think it'll be a 3 or 4 point game going into halftime. Lions leading, of course, and then the Lions after that are just absolutely going to break away after that's over. And once the Lions break away, then the game is going to be over, and the Lions will cover minus 9.5 for the spread. So count that as a gold. Also, we also had a super chat already today for the Sun God getting in the end zone. I concur. The third leg of the parlays, the Sun God getting an anytime touchdown today, everybody. And then the fourth leg of the parlay, I already brought him up earlier today because J-Mo is going to make this happen. Sam Laporta over 50.5 receiving yards. He has quietly become the third leading receiver on this Lions team, all within an 8-week window. He has been on fire lately. He has been getting production. Sam Laporta over 50.5 is your final 4-leg parlay. There you go, guys.
There you
4
go.
legs plus 430 at Caesar Sportsbook over 33.5 Lions total, minus 9.5 Lions on the spread. Amon-Ra in the end zone, and over 50.5 for Sam Laporta. Gentlemen, your opinions, your comments.
$20 wins you 106 from Pete here on the parlay, courtesy of Caesar Sportsbook. Pete, I like it. I like it a lot. I really do. The only one I sweat is the Sam Laporta. I haven't been on the Sam Laporta yards this year because I think he'll get a couple catches and maybe a touchdown, but the yards always scares me. But I like your thought process of why he's going to get it. I like this one.
Who am I to argue with what Pete has done? Look at this.
Oh, the Lioness is here.
Look at the Lioness. And she's got grit. I needed to point that out.
She's got grit.
She's got grit. Can you show everybody your tail? Can I grab your tail? Am I allowed to grab your tail? Thank you. Look at that. Isn't that great?
Atta girl.
I love it. Let's go, baby.
I think we're going to win by 17 points.
All right.
17 points.
17 points.
So let it be written, so let it be done.
There you go. She already
Pete,
covered my 9.5.
Getting back to your point, who the hell am I to argue with the success that Pete has had this year? I'm not going to be. I've been sending out the tweets showing people when you win. So if you've been following us all year, this is a guy that has won you money. Don't argue with Pete.
No, do not argue
Sounds
with
good.
Pete. The money speaks for itself. I like it, Pete. I
Appreciate
do.
it, boys.
We got a couple super chats in here to clean up. Vince Thompson Jr. in the Woodward Sports Chat says Khalif Raymond will get a deep ball touchdown. How do you feel? He was the third receiver in this offense before he got injured. Khalif Raymond. What do you think about that, Sean?
Can you look at what's the number on that for
Sean,
Caesar?
can you find that number?
Can we pull that up? That would be that's a deep cut, dude.
A Khalif Raymond touchdown. I would assume it's got to be plus 700 at the very least.
We're loading up Caesars right now, guys.
That's a deep cut. Oh, would that be nice?
And speaking of which, Sean, do you know there are 4 Detroit Lions in this game that are minus money to score touchdowns?
Really?
4. David Montgomery, Jahmyr Gibbs, Jamison Williams, and Amon-Ra St. Brown are all minus money to score touchdowns in this game. That just proves that Vegas knows this kind of offense. Vegas knows what the Detroit Lions are bringing to the table.
This is I don't want to use the cute word because I reserve that for Minnesota. This is a not quite ready for primetime Washington team. Yeah. I respect Jaden Daniels. I respect the job that Quinn has done, but it's not your time yet, guys. It's not your time. Pete, what do you got?
Caesars has Khalif Raymond anytime touchdown at plus 800.
Plus 800. Wow, I lowballed it a little bit.
He's off the board on the yards for some reason.
Okay.
But plus 800 for touchdown.
And then we got Devon Hadaway in the Woodward Sports Chat. He says 7-leg parlay. This is a super chat from Devon Hadaway. J-Mo over 3.5 receptions. Gibbs over 14 carries. Gibbs 75-plus rushing yards. Gibbs touchdown. Tim Patrick over 1.5 receptions. Goff under a half of an interception and a Lions W.
I tell you what, he's got a chance to
I
actually
don't
make
hate
that. He's
that
got
at
a
all.
chance to actually hit that.
Those
dude.
7-leggers, those are tough.
What are the
That's a tough
numbers?
one.
What's
his
the
odds?
number
Does
on
he have his
that?
odds?
He didn't put the number in there, but
Put your odds in the chat.
I wouldn't be adverse to firing down 10 on that. I wouldn't be adverse to firing 10.
Lottery ticket in there,
Right.
why not? We got Byrne in the Woodward Sports Chat with the Super Chat. He says, West Michigan, every business day, let's go Lions signs. Every billboard has Lions display. Everyone is wearing Honolulu blue. Sean, they've taken over the state.
It's awesome. It's something that we dreamed about for so very many years, and we only saw it in fleeting periods, but this has been a year and a half. I mean, really, a year and a half of the Lions just kind of owning the state of Michigan, except for those people in the UP that have to put up with the Packers coming off the pedestal. Gosh, has it been fun.
It's been so great. It's truly, like I said it earlier in the show, you got Hockey Town, you got the bad boys, the going-to-work Pistons, obviously the Bless You Boy Tigers, and Detroit is a football city. It really is.
100%.
And now they've got a winning football team. And you can see it exuding from everyone walking up. You're walking through Myers, and you see a guy in a Lions shirt. You say, go Lions. We're taking it all the way, baby. Like that unspoken bond, it's insane.
When you have your mother calling you, talking about the Detroit Lions, you know that the shit hit the fan. I got my mom calling me, asking me questions of, is this a nice boy?
Yeah.
He seems like a really nice boy. I really love this team, right? It's yeah, you're right. It's a little Vikings. It really is. But you know, when moms and grandmothers are talking about what your team is doing, you know that you've hit it big.
Sean, my first day at Woodward Sports, right? I get home from work. Obviously, it was a great day. Joik Bell bought Chick-fil-A for everybody on my first day. That was pretty cool. I get home. I'm talking with my dad about it. I call my mom. I talk to her about it. And I tell her, yeah, I'm working with Braylon Edwards and Darren McCarty and Joik Bell. And she's like, who are those guys? What are you talking about? I don't know those guys. I was like, okay. And Ryan Ermanni. And she's like, oh, my God, Ryan Ermanni. Yeah. You know, obviously my mom knows who Ryan Ermanni is. He's does very well with the 50-plus woman crowd. And now I have my mom calling me, asking me about Jared Goff.
Yeah, isn't it
calling
funny?
me,
Dude,
asking
it's real.
me, is Hutchinson going to be healthy?
It's real.
Mom, you don't know who these guys are. Like, what? It's insane. It's truly insane. You got Dante151 in the Woodward Sports Chat with the Super Chat. He says, the way Spenny destroyed that Smirnoff Ice was so freaking insane that needed a donation. Also, D-Book was rocking the Detroit Lions jacket heading into LCA. D-Book needs to come home. That is another thing. Kind of a sidebar here. Pistons play the Suns. Devin Booker, obviously from Grand Rapids, he's a Michigan fan. Kevin Durant from D.C., he's a Washington fan. Sean, over under 3.5 times they pan into the suite, and it's Devin Booker and Kevin Durant sitting up there and they talk.
Over.
Oh,
you know it. I think that's easy money. But I'm with Dante. Dante's usually on point. Come on home.
Come on home.
Come on home.
I would love Devin Booker in Detroit.
Come into my bosom.
Yes.
My bosom
Nestle
awaits.
at my teats.
Really?
Yes.
Here you go. Right there.
Can I show you guys something really cool? While you guys talk, I'll try to put it in the chat for everybody, but coming up tonight at the Pistons game, courtesy of our friend Cody M. Davis.
Shout out Cody M. Davis.
I just want to show you guys what they're doing at the Pistons game tonight, and then we can talk about it. First 5,000 fans.
Oh, that's very cool. It looks like a Jalen Duren and Isaiah Stewart dunking bobblehead combo?
Yeah, dunking bobblehead.
That is sweet. Look at that. You have the Jake Wallman gritty bobblehead.
Brilliant. That's brilliant.
Those are
I
very
love
cool.
every second of it.
Isn't that freaking sweet?
I love every second of it.
I just wanted to show that to you guys
I'm
really
going to hang outside of LCA and ask it, hey, I'll give you $20 you give me that bobblehead. That's pretty sweet. Ted Sauce 2 in the Woodward Sports Chat. He said, there's a huge watch party at Grand Traverse Resort up here today.
Oh.
We're repping up here in the north. Like you said, Sean, it goes through the whole state. The whole state
It is. I
in.
was in Traverse City last weekend at a hockey tournament. I swear to God, I cannot tell you how many people stopped me and started talking about the Lions.
Yeah.
I mean, it's a beautiful thing, man. It really is.
It's so crazy. Dante151 again in the Super Chat. He says, I put a $60 bet on a 7-leg parlay at plus 3,300. And if it hits, I would win $2,040. Lions 42, Foot Commanders 17. As DC once said, DX said, suck it. I love it.
Do you know, listen, I would be
DX.
so happy if we came away with a game like that, because I'm the type of guy, I'm going to tell you point blank for me, my watching habit. Spenny, I can't start drinking heavily until the game is at hand.
Yeah.
I have to stay focused. I have to look at the camera. I have to keep my wits about me. If you pull away and all of a sudden it's 35-10.
Pants are coming off.
The pants come off. You know that. That's the first move. Before I even go to the refrigerator. At my house, the pants come off. And then my wife is like, what's wrong with you? Stop it.
Yep.
You've been here before. Don't act like this is new. And then the drinks start coming, right? And this, oh, man, if this turns into a pantless Saturday, oh, my gosh.
Sean, I'll tell
Could it
you.
bleed over to a pantless Sunday?
Oh.
The other 2 times that I've done the pregame show here at Second Best for the Detroit Lions this year, the first one was the Seahawks game. We all know how that turned out.
Yeah.
And the second one was the 49ers game. We all know how that turned out. So I'm just saying. 313 Kobe in the Woodward Sports Chat says, what bar are we watching the game at, Detroit? Let me know something. Come to Second Best or go to Gillies. The only 2 spots you should be at in Detroit.
That's it.
Come on. What do we got? What are we doing here? Slick Nick in the Woodward Sports Chat says, the unspoken bond is facts. I see another Lions fan down here in Tennessee. It's a woo! And the first bump every time, or fist bump, sorry. First bump's later. The fist bump every time it's countrywide. It is a camaraderie built in mediocrity that they're finally breaking out of, that they're finally away from, and now they can be happy and prideful to win. When back when I was a kid, even when I was in high school, you're wearing Lions gear, people clown you.
Yep.
Oh, the Lions? Oh, look at this guy, what a loser. Now you're wearing Lions gear, you see another Lions fan, you dap him up. You see another fan of another team, you look at him, you say, you're not as good as I am, buddy.
That's, and Spenny, that's why I say, win a Super Bowl, I'm done.
Yes.
That's it. I can give up the ghost. I don't want to. I hope I'm here for another 40 years.
It'll be the happiest day of my life.
But really, if they win a Super Bowl, I'm done. I can't bitch about this team anymore. The thing that caused me more heartache than anything in my life, and I'm being serious, and if you want to call me a loser, go right ahead. But the thing that caused me more heartache than anything else in my life just gave me the greatest gift I could ever have.
Yeah.
That's it. I will never bitch about this team again.
No.
I can't. We have a bond, all of us, and it doesn't matter what age you are, that other people don't understand.
No.
And that's why this is just so wonderful, and I want to hold it close and hug it and snuggle it and pinch its little cheeks. It's awesome. It's beautiful.
Decades
and it's
of
real.
suffering. It's
Yep,
decades
it is.
of suffering.
It is.
And now you're back. Like, my dad, my father, this is a war veteran. This is a man who's been a Detroit Lions fan his whole life. He was alive the last time the Lions won a championship, Sean. He's got the shirt, the waiting since 57. Like, he has it. And he tells me every time, this is different. I've never experienced anything like this in my life. He knows Bobby Lane. He saw that. And now he's here.
Well, and I keep telling you, I had a grandfather and a father that told me, stop it. You're wasting your time. I was 10 years old with tears streaming down my face on Thanksgiving. Stop it. You're wasting your time. Don't watch us. And I'm serious when I say this, okay?
Time to dance.
And it's just going to be my moment. It is.
Yeah.
I am going to dance on my grandfather's grave. And I asked his children if it was okay, and they said, absolutely, it's okay. I am going to do a Super Bowl jig on his grave. Because he told me when I was 10, don't do this to yourself.
Yeah.
You don't understand. And 40 years later, you know what? I do understand. I understand that the Lions are this close to fulfilling that which we never thought was going to happen.
No.
And it's beautiful.
And shout out to David Sponebart in the Woodward Sports Chat. He says, shout out Centerline. Shout out to Centerline.
Centerline.
Come to see hell, you're going to see hell.
I can do that.
Shout out, I'm a third-generation Centerline Panther. You know, both of my parents and their families went there as well. We're going to go to break real quick. We're going to come back. We're going to do our final predictions, and then we'll send it off. But first, Zion Schaub in the Woodward Sports Chat says, I've dapped up more Lions fans in the last year than I have in the previous 31 years.
Isn't that beautiful?
What a time to be alive.
Unbelievable.
It truly is. JB, what do I got to tell them about? Nothing? All right, we're going to go to break. We'll come back. We'll do our final predictions, and then we'll send it off. We'll be right back after these commercials.
How do people feel about getting a Planet Fitness membership for $15 a month? How do they like working out in a clean and spacious gym that's filled with equipment for every workout? And how about free fitness training in the judgment-free zone that leaves them feeling energized all day long? Join Planet Fitness today with the free PF app online or in club and start getting that big fitness energy for $15 a month.
Congratulations to the real Coach of the Year, Motor City Dan Campbell.
Just put your head down and go to work. It's about to be fun, man. It's about to be fun.
Woodward Sports.
Stop searching for a vehicle and start finding one. Les Stanford Chevrolet Cadillac makes it easy. We harness the power of multiple dealerships and own the biggest selection of GM brands in the area to get you the car you need. With the Les Stanford Group, you'll have access to 4 different dealerships, providing you with more makes, more models, and more choices. We're connected to more than 1,000 vehicles, and with so many high-quality CPO vehicles available, you'll find new car quality at pre-owned prices. You can start and end your search at lesstanford.com today.
The Super Bowl parade in Detroit will be one for the record books. Detroit just does it different. Woodward Sports, your official Super Bowl or Bust Lions network.
Walk into any Lady Jane's Haircuts for Men today. Open 7 days a week. Sit back, relax, and enjoy precision haircut, scalp massage, hot leather neck shave, and hot towel treatment from one of our talented stylists. Step up your game this season and take advantage of our $20 haircut special. Scan the QR code and get your coupon today. Lady Jane's Haircuts for Men, the ultimate haircut experience. Open 7 days a week. Walk-ins always welcome. Lady Jane's Haircuts for Men, it's wicked awesome.
There we go. We are back. Welcome.
Welcome.
Second best. My name is Stick, filling in for Sean Valesian. Is he buying more Commanders?
No, he's taking a potty break.
Okay,
And,
okay. As long as he's not out there buying Commanders drinks anymore.
No. We got our guy Julius is grabbing us a couple. Yeah, Julius is grabbing us a couple Tullamore Dew Irish whiskey shots.
I like that.
We're wrapping it up here. Last segment of the day.
I didn't notice this, but I got to give a shout out to JB. Rocking the blueberry uniform today, just like the Lions.
Shit.
Did you see that? Pants. Well, and they released. They're wearing the blueberries today. So JB had to tell Blueberry. Sean, this is for you, my friend.
Here, come right here. Come right here.
I'll let you guys do that.
It's from Julius. Shout out to our guy Julius.
5 hours until game time.
Cheers.
5 hours until game time, Spenny. And then it's a 3-hour game.
You know I went to Michigan State, right?
I understand that.
I'm born for this.
I'm not talking you. I'm just in general.
The city is going to be a madhouse.
At roughly 11 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, Detroit, Michigan is going to be on a special level.
It's going to be a truly out-of-body experience.
It's magical.
It is.
It's magical. It's what we've waited all of our lives for. I can't believe, listen, I got up today about 7 a.m. Baby got up, put on her little Lions onesie.
Yeah.
We got her ready for the
Joey.
game today. Sent the kids packing, said, you know what, Daddy's got to go downtown. Daddy's got to set up a few broadcasts.
Oh, yeah.
Daddy's got to watch the Lions.
He's got some business to take care of.
Secure a home field NFC championship game.
When you say it like that, Stick, let's fucking go, brother.
It's like when we talked about these things many years ago, you always like, oh yeah, that could happen.
Yeah.
But you never really knew what it would feel like when it happened. And now we're here, and it feels like this is the way it's always supposed to have been.
You're expecting it.
And that's what's crazy to me.
Yeah.
It's not like, oh my God, we're all mystified by being where they are now. It's like, all right, we can appreciate this. They've earned it. We've built this. And it just feels right.
It does feel right. And if you want to feel right when you're watching it, come out to say, look at this fucking place. It's second best,
and
man.
it's 5 hours till game time.
5 hours till game time. This place is rocking. You can come join us at Gillies for the live watch party. Stick, we're doing this. We're going to do our, before you get off here,
Yeah, all right.
what's your game prediction? Give me the final score. Obviously, the Lions are going to win.
I was thinking 42-28.
42-28?
42-28.
I like it.
I mean, the Lions are going to let up points. Let's not get crazy. The Lions are letting.
Daniels is good.
They are good, especially with keeping the ball going. And Dan Quinn, he's an aggressive coach. They want to keep the ball in this game. I don't think we're going to see a lot of punters, but I think at the end of the day, they just don't got the dogs to keep pace.
No, they don't.
It's not that they're not good enough. It's just
they're not there yet.
They don't have enough bullets in their gun to win this fight.
100%.
That's it.
I agree with you for sure. Shout out to Stick, our fearless leader here, the GOAT. Sam Stick Day, man. I love this guy. Shout out to Corey Hall in the Woodward Sports Chat with the Super Chat. He said, only thing I want for my birthday today is a Lions win. Lions by a million. #grid. Happy birthday, Corey Hall.
I just saw Max Crosby on the NFL Network.
Oh.
Boy, wouldn't Max Crosby look good in Honolulu Blue?
Looked really good. What did Hondo say?
Yeah,
Hondo said.
Hondo was money, by the way.
Hondo was electric.
Dude, he was electric. What is, I heard 42-28?
He said 42-28.
Boy, everybody loves the over. I think it's just going to be under 31-21, 34-21, something like that. I think this is one of those games, Spenny, like honestly, that we're going to be able to chill in about mid-third quarter. That the pants are just going to magically come off,
Sean,
and you're just going to be sitting there airing it out commando like for about a quarter and a half.
I think you're going to be pantless in this one as well. And I just think I got the Detroit Lions winning this game 38-23. I think they go out there and they take care of business. Like you said, it's going to be a pantless second half. I think it's going to be a pantless second half. You got Steve Robertson in the Woodward Sports Chat says, on my way, boys. Come out and have a good time, Pete.
The sun's coming out, guys.
Oh, isn't it beautiful?
The Lord is shining down upon us.
Guys,
There's divine intervention.
We didn't need to cut a hole in our roof like those pokes did. No, the sun is here. The Lord is looking down on Detroit right now.
The big man is with the Lions. Pete, who do you got? Final score. What do you got?
Tell you what, guys, I already said it's going to be the over today. I'm going to stick with it. I have the Lions 42 and Washington 20.
42-20. JB, no one out. What do you got?
I like the over in this one, so give me 42-17.
42-17 from JB. You heard it here. We truly appreciate you guys so much. Woodward Sports would not be possible without you guys. I would not be able to sit up here, get drunk, and yell about the Lions without you guys. Thank you for watching. Make sure you tune in to the live watch party and the post-game show at Gillies today. For Sean Belesian, the GOAT. I get to sit next to the GOAT and talk about sports all day. What are we talking about?
He's the GOAT.
For Pete, for JB, for Stick, for second best New Holland Brewing Company, 7th Coffee Roasters, Tullamore Dew Irish Whiskey, and Let's Stanford Chevrolet. I am Spencer Axter. This is the pregame show. We'll see you when the Lions win, baby. Let's go. Peace.
You would go freaking crazy trying to get it done. That's what we have. A limited amount of time. A limited amount of time. It's an hourglass. It's fading away. It's fading away. It's going away really, really quickly. Understand the importance of right now. This is our fucking opportunity. What the hell are you waiting on?
This team, this city has been waiting for this moment, this opportunity. It's right here. This is what it's all about.
Everybody want a piece of fucking Detroit? Well, come and get it!